You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
It's a perfect night for mystery and horror. The air itself is filled with monsters.
Why do you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't gonna work.
We're not talking about any integrity.
We are trying to exploit a generation.
Did I ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys playing footsie under the table?
No, yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many draculas everywhere? No, there's potato vodka everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 190. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my spooky co-host,
Adam Ham.
Adam Ham.
Oh,
Didn't
boy.
we already make this joke?
You made like the weird Russian vodka potato vampire one.
No, didn't we make the joke that whenever you and I do vampires, we just turn into old Jewish men?
Old Jewish men, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
L'chaim!
L'chaim! Everybody raise your blood.
Raise your glass. You know what L'chaim means in Hebrew?
Long life.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the opposite of what vampires want.
Well, they want long life for
That's
themselves.
true. You know what? Right?
By
That's
drinking the life of
exactly why
others.
they would say it.
Yeah.
I think a Jewish Dracula would be perfect.
Sure. Sure.
All right, moving on. Adam,
Yes.
what's your life? Before we get to the topics that I've tanted,
Yeah.
we got to get through the pleasantries.
Sure.
We got to get through the small talk.
Uh-huh.
How's the weather? You know,
Well, that's fine.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. Fanny's your aunt.
Open up the hood, put the dipstick in the oil tray.
Sure. Yeah.
All these things have to happen. Are there any other analogies that are vaguely sexual that have something to do with,
No.
I don't know, knock the dust out of the attic? You know,
Callbacks, man.
the things that you gotta do
Yeah.
when you talk to Adam Ham. What's your life been for this week?
My life has been mostly...
This is a check-in.
Yes. My life has mostly been chilling and watching television and
Netflix and chill is what you're telling me.
Netflix and chill has some implications that I'm not comfortable with.
I don't think that has any implications.
There are some implications.
I think Netflix and chill
Let's look at
has no implications. It's
Let's-
that people misuse it for
Shall we-
implications.
Shall we look it up in Urban Dictionary?
I don't know actually what it means. I have the gist of what it's like. A word I've heard and I kind of know the definition of.
It
you
means
know?
Netflix and fuck, basically.
No, it does not.
It does.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wait, is it possible that I know the lingo and you don't? That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was. Oh, you know why? Because. All right.
Come on, baby. Let's.
No, it's
come over
because
to my
it's-
place. We'll Netflix and chill.
I understand it now.
Yeah.
Is that it was. It means let's watch Netflix and chill, but it actually means
Yes.
let's watch Netflix and bang.
Yes.
Yes. What I was going was I was using the goody two shoes explanation, and when I say is correct, Adam Ham,
Yes.
is that Netflix and chill is supposed to be good, but it's kind of like Netflix and chill, a wink,
Yeah.
is the implication.
That's the implication.
Yes, but
That's what I make them aware of. The implication.
that's fair enough, Adam. This is all fair. Vanity Fair. All right. Moving on. So you've just been hanging out watching TV. That's it. Nothing going on.
Hypothetically, other things might have happened. Hypothetically,
Okay.
things were inhaled.
So what you're telling me is that commercial where they're asked like, "Hey, where's Adam?" It's like Adam doesn't go out anymore, and you're melting into a couch, Adam.
I've gone out more probably recently than I normally would.
Okay, Adam. But your baseline is like a 0.
Hypothetically, one of my favorite things to do
Yep.
after inhaling
hypothetically,
Uh-huh.
would be to take a hypothetical walk along the Constitution Trail near my house. So,
Just outside.
yeah.
It's going to get too cold to do that soon.
I usually have company as well, but yeah.
Yep.
So,
Usually listen to the soundtrack from the musical company
yeah, that's what I
while
do.
you're walking on your iPod.
Yeah.
You know, just a little being alive.
Mm-hmm.
A little Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all the hits.
All the hits.
The Ladies Who Lunch, if you will.
Can't skip that one.
Can't skip it.
No.
God, let me name a few more. Company. I mean, that's a song in that musical.
It is.
Let me just get you the whole list, Adam. Let me just get that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Company track list. Musical. Here we go. Bad Company. That's not it at all. You could drive a person crazy.
Yeah.
Someone's waiting. Getting married today. Marry me a little. You know. Poor baby. Have I got a girl for you? That's most of them. Little things you do together. You know, the little things you do together. Side by Side. That's a really good song, too.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Sondheim musical, by the way.
Company?
Yes. Has my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I like Side by Side. I like Being Alive. I like Barcelona. It's a good second act.
I haven't listened to it that much.
It's so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pop Factory put that on, didn't they, at one point?
maybe. It's not... I don't think so, but...
They did Working, I think.
It's adult. So...
Yeah, they had Working, I think, or something. There was some other kind of vaguely company-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, they did Working. Company's different. Company's about, like, New York 30-somethings getting married.
Yeah, no. That was not what they did.
35th birthday, Robert. Anyway, incredible musical. Won tons of Tonys, all sorts of things. But great. Anyway, let's move on. So that's it. You've been Netflix and hanging out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it Netflix or is it other services?
Other stuff too. Like
Let me tell me exactly
Black
what
Books,
streaming services you've watched.
Hulu, Amazon, Netflix.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it?
Oh, Yahoo.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, not Yahoo.
Yahoo.
YouTube. Fucking. Yeah, YouTube.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I've done less and more of various things.
That's that you could pretty much say that any time in your life, but
Yeah.
I'll let you say that.
I've done less than normal watching of my shows and other stuff, and more things I don't normally do, like go outside and walk, do hypothetical things, other stuff.
You're being very hypothetical, Adam.
Being as hypothetical as I possibly can.
That's fair enough. I don't do anything hypothetical. I work only in theticals.
You should. It's good. Hypothetical is the best.
That's
Yeah.
So, moving on then. There's nothing else for you? I saw you were playing a game.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've been watching somebody play a lot of Fallout 3 New Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you not playing it?
They like to play it, and I like to watch.
Wow, Adam. You are the worst. You won't even play your own games.
I do. I play my...
You bring me in to beat Uncharted for you? You bring in another ringer to play Fallout New Vegas?
Yeah.
What's going on, Adam? When we ask the question, are you a driver or a passenger, it is clear where you stand.
I occasionally like to drive. Depends.
Fair enough. You shut up and drive. This is what Rihanna would tell us.
Yeah.
The good book of Rihanna.
That one person would say, Jesus, take the wheel.
Good. I'm glad it's a good one. That one person. He's attributed to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Jesus? Yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
Did, Adam. And then...
Well, that just all... that just all depends on your point of view, I guess.
Yeah. If you're one of those creepy, like, Jesus is watching you at all times type Christian, or...
Oh, yeah.
Why does it have to be Jesus, man? He's got, like, better stuff to do.
You would think. I mean...
God can watch everything because he's, like, omnipotent, but, like, Jesus is, like, the human manifestation of him. But then I guess... So, wait, Adam. When Jesus Christ
Yes.
ascends into the heaven, does he gain, like, superpowers? Does he get, like, granted heaven powers?
I think he already had heaven powers.
Exactly. Well, then why did he die? I mean, come on. He could have stopped himself.
He could have.
But he did. I guess he didn't want to.
No.
But then when he was up there, he was like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
I think that's a quote. That's a direct quote.
No, that's in the Bible.
From the
From the New Hip
Mary
version.
wept, and he said, this sucks.
Yep.
And that's where we get that phrase today.
Yeah.
It's from Jesus.
Yeah.
So every time you say that, you're praising him.
Wow.
All right, moving on. Adam's a very religious week that he's had is the takeaway from that. I have not done much as well. I've been super busy. I watched a bunch of movies the second time, which is something I don't like to do. I ended up watching a Bradley Cooper mini movie marathon this weekend and watched American Sniper, which was on HBO, and what was the other movie? Silver Linings Playbook. So I was like, let's watch the Oscar-nominated Bradley Cooper films.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to American Hustle, but it was too late. Too late for that. And played some more Mario Maker, unlocked a bunch of stuff. I made a level, got some stars on my levels.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
Cool.
God damn, I played some more Metal Gear Solid 5. Trying to get through that. I gotta play more. Like, it's so good. And every time I pick it up, I don't want to stop. But I don't know. You know, Adam, you know how it is. Sometimes it's hard to just get into game playing.
It can be, yeah. I mean, it's a commitment. I mean...
Yeah, apparently too much of a commitment for you.
Yeah.
You won't even play a game. Just gotta watch.
Yeah, that's what I like.
How is watching New Vegas? I preferred that one over Fallout 3 quite a bit.
It's funnier, I think.
I just like the setting. I like the Western setting.
Yeah.
It felt less dreary, I guess, because like Fallout 3 feels kind of claustrophobic. You can kind of fenced in. Even though I feel like you're fenced in Fallout New Vegas as much, but it just feels more open, I guess.
Okay. Well, I can't really say much to that because I didn't play a whole lot of Fallout 3.
But you're super pumped for Fallout 4.
I am actually, yeah.
Even though you haven't played any of the previous games.
I did play some Fallout 3. I didn't play a ton of it, but I did play it.
So you're getting excited for something you haven't played.
It's like Skyrim, except, apocalyptic, so... I played a fuck ton of Skyrim.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah,
that'll be coming out in a few weeks. We'll have to get...
A couple weeks, yeah.
Yep, that's, I think, early...
November 10th?
Yeah, like early November. First half of November, so... Be coming right up, Adam.
Yes, well, I think I might get it for PC.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Because there's not really going to be a whole lot of multiplayer aspect to it.
I thought I was going to... I thought...
And mods.
Yeah.
And also, I think my computer is actually good enough to run it, so, I mean...
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm going to end up getting the PS4 version.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it. That's weird.
Well, I think Lauren's going to want to play it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have my PC hooked up to my TV like you do.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, if that was the case, I would definitely get it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for, I don't know, I'll have to read the reviews, basically.
Yeah.
Like, if everyone's like, man, the PS4 version sure sucks, then I'll get the PC version.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it is.
Well, I mean, I have all these... I upgraded my computer, and I always buy everything on a console, so... Something like this, I feel, where there's not a lot of multiplayer component, would be a good one to buy on a computer where I can actually maybe make it look nice and run well.
Well, it's kind of built for the computer.
Kind of seems like it, yeah.
Yeah. Adam Ham? Mm-hmm. That's enough pleasantries.
Okay.
You feel like we've been introduced to each other well enough?
I think so.
We're all caught up.
Although I have no idea what happened in your life this week.
I said nothing. Netflix and chill.
Nothing. Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm going to say, Adam.
All right. I will take whatever.
No, I purchased the
Implications.
second season of Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
I could not wait.
Yeah.
So I just purchased it on Amazon, and
Okay.
I think it was $20 for the season in
Sure.
HD. And I was like, that's $2 an episode. I need to watch the show right now. I can't wait a year for it to come out on Hulu, which has the Cartoon Network shows. But they're like a year behind, so I was not going to wait. And boy, Adam, I suggest you do the same. Because, man, that show.
I do love that show.
I don't know how to describe. Now, I've heard people not being as into this show, being put off. And this is the way Lauren was when we watched the show. That first episode, the pilot, she was real put off by it. Mm-hmm. Which is totally understandable because it is a bit crazy and the main character is real strong. You know? Rick is very a strong personality and he's very disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shocking when you watch it. But it actually does get toned back, though, in the other episodes. Like that first episode, he is just gross.
Yeah.
And then the second and third, it's just like, oh, okay, it's a little toned back now. And it gets ridiculous. Like, I think that's what I love about it. Also, Adam, there's a Community reference in season 2.
Nice.
Yep. It's just like they took the ball and ran with it, Season 2. It's like, okay, this is great. Let's just go even crazier. So
Nice.
it's awesome.
Good. Yeah, I that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah.
I haven't done anything else in my life though, Adam.
Yeah.
That's it. I've just been busy. Busy
Yeah.
at work. Playing games, that. I bought some 3DS games.
Mm-hmm.
Got Story of Seasons.
Cool.
Because I was looking to play a Harvest Moon game, as I am wont to do, as for some reason I'm addicted to those games.
Yeah.
And I was looking at 3DS, and I was like, what's the best Harvest Moon game? And everyone's saying, like, just wait for Story of Seasons. That is not a Harvest Moon game, but all of the people that made Harvest Moon left Natsume, which now seems to be, like every Japanese game company, making phone games that have in-app purchases and whatnot, and not making, video games, capital V video games. So everybody left, and they're like, we're just going to make a game that is exactly Harvest Moon and call it something else. It's called Story of Seasons. It came out earlier in the year and got really good reviews. Everyone was like, this is really good. Making a farm, selling livestock, making cash, building a house, all the good stuff.
Cool.
Marrying a lady. Mm-hmm. It's all in there. It's in the game, as EA would say.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, Adam.
All right.
Well, we need to get.
We do.
We need to get. Adam, what's coming up?
What's coming up?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's cult time. Probably.
Cult time?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
We're going to the story, or are we going to, or is it this week?
What are you talking about, cult time?
One of the stories
Adam, are
got
you
picked.
not following the... No, we're not doing these in order.
Okay.
The cult story is there
In case.
in case. And it's not a very good story. It's actually gross.
Oh, really?
It's like this religious church is just like beating people up.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Because that's
All right.
actually real horror.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about something else.
Do we
Adam,
want
what's-
to go to our weekly segment?
Weekly segment?
This week in... Ow.
Oh, yes. That's it. Our weekly segment.
Yes.
This week in Werewolf News.
Ow.
Ooh, nice. I'll have inserted the theme song there.
Yeah.
But I'll keep Adam's howl in there, because that was...
That's right, kiddies. It's time for This Week in Werewolf News.
Is there a full moon down there, Adam? Because I feel like I heard a werewolf.
There might be, John, down here in Illinois,
Yeah.
where the
You know?
moon is clearly different.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's a full moon in Illinois tonight.
Somewhere out there,
Yeah.
underneath the pale moonlight. Adam Ham, this
Yeah.
weekend is Halloween.
Yes, it is.
And it is time for us to talk about some werewolf news. And Adam, I have 9 werewolf sightings. This article says this is proof that werewolves actually do exist and roam the earth with us.
Okay.
There are 9 real werewolf sightings from actual witnesses who reported werewolf sightings to the news. Adam, let's start off with the shape-shifting werewolf of Texas, or Tejas,
Yeah.
as you would call it.
Tejas.
Mrs. Delbert Gregg of Gregton, Texas. Starting off with a winner here. He's like, it's Miss Delbert Gregg. Where's she from? Gregton.
Oh wow, this site is amazing. One of their top links is become a werewolf.
Well, Adam,
Yeah.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
But right now we need to get through this. Adam,
Gregton. Yeah. Greg of
Greg,
Gregton.
yep. Delbert Gregg, Gregton.
That's
Texas.
my mom's maiden name too, Greg.
Well, shit. Is this a relative? Does she have relatives? Does your mom have relatives south of the border
Not that I know
of Illinois?
of. No.
All right. Told of her encounter with a shape-shifting creature in the 1960 issue of Fate. Respected news magazine.
Right.
As this the stinger up top says. No, where's the real Adam? We're serious. This is what this is, right? Werewolf news. We got to take this seriously. We're gonna report the werewolves. You see that sick ass deviant art werewolf drawing next to that article as well?
Oh yeah.
It's real good. Is it? He's like a scalp in his hand. I don't want to click on that link because I'm afraid I'll get a virus on my computer. But moving on. Mrs. Gregg may not have... Wait, what? Are you reading this sentence?
I'm looking at the picture.
The other surveyed sightings below are of creatures that looked like man-wolves, but no one have seen one becoming another.
Wow.
This is well written here. We get the top shelf werewolf news on here, Adam. Mrs. Gregg have not seen a man turned into a wolf, but she has actually come closer than anyone else in telling a tale that sounds like a chapter from a werewolf novel than a real-life experience.
Oh my god.
I think that English is not the first language of the person who wrote this.
Yeah.
But Adam, I mean, you got to respect hellhorror.com.
Oh yeah, you got
Where
it.
we're getting this from. Upcoming
Where else am I
horror-
gonna find out how to become a werewolf?
Now, Adam, I just want to tell you this. Have you heard of how, like, the world is going to be different in the future, as according to news? Like, how there are definitely like computers that write news articles now, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like we're reading one of these right now.
Quite possibly a prototype.
Okay, yeah. This is Skynet. Actually, that's the inception in this. We're talking about werewolf news, but we're reading it from a sentient AI that has written, and then we'll listen to this podcast, the AI, and take our feedback and correct the article. You know what I mean, and fix itself.
Good.
Mrs. Gregg. Sorry, she's a married woman, married to her job and her husband. Mrs. Gregg said that one night in the 1958, so 2 years prior to her telling the story.
You say the 1958?
That is not how it's written. I added a little flair there.
Okay.
Put a little dash of Mrs. Dash on that. Also, Mrs. Dash, huh? Married. Where's Mr. Dash? That's all I gotta say. When her husband was on a business trip, she moved her bed close to a screen window, hoping to catch a man coming through the window. I don't know what? Okay. She moved her bed. Wait, so, Adam? We're talking separate beds here, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Her bed? She moved her bed to the screen window? Her husband, of course. Adam?
Yes.
You pay Mrs. Gregg. I'll be the husband.
Oh, God.
Delbert! I think Delbert's the guy's name, right?
No, it's her name.
This is Mrs. Delbert Gregg, but I think it's like, you know what I mean? It's the man's name. Like Mr. and Mrs. Delbert Gregg.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I'm going to make up a name for her. Carmen! Carmen Gregg! What you doing? Move your bed away from that window over there.
Oh, wow. He has quite a voice.
Yeah, he's from the Texas.
I watched for the animal to come out of the bushes, and after a short time, instead of a great shaggy wolf running out, the figure of an extremely tall man suddenly parted the thick foliage and walked hurriedly down the road, disappearing into the darkness.
Quiet, woman! You cannot pronounce the word foliage correctly. I'm gonna beat you with a stick.
Well, isn't it foliage?
Where are you even reading this?
Foliage. In the actual article?
Oh, you skipped a part, though.
Did I?
Yes, Adam. Because when Mrs. Gregg fell asleep, she heard a faint scratching sound from the window. Was that the noise of the werewolf?
Yep.
Okay. In a flash of lightning, she saw a huge, shaggy wolf-like creature clawing at the screen. And was that a cat?
It was hissing and clawing, yes.
Okay, yeah, all right. And staring at her with baleful, glowing, slitted eyes. I don't think werewolves have slitted eyes. I think cats have slitted eyes.
Yeah, you're right. They do
This
not.
seems very much like she saw a cat. Mm-hmm. She saw its bared white fangs. The creature fled from the... Yeah, okay, and you got that part. She went to grab a flashlight to watch the animal come out of the bushes. But instead of a great shaggy wolf running out, which is what I didn't see, a figure of an extremely tall man suddenly parted the thick foliage and walked hurriedly down the road.
Foliage.
So basically what happened, Adam, was a cat scratched at her window, and she woke up in the fog of just waking up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that fog.
Yeah, I do.
You know it too well. You have that fog when you're just sitting there sometimes. I've been in the room with you. And what happened was the cat ran away into a bush, and the man that was peeping on her got up and ran down the road because she had woken up. That's literally probably exactly what happened. Hilarious. Adam, we got another one. Number 2. A Scotty sighting of werewolves. I'll take this one. You get the next one. Mark Shackleman was driving east of Highway 18 near Jefferson in southeastern Wisconsin on an evening in 1936 when he saw a figure digging in an Indian mound. He saw a hair-covered creature that is over 6 feet tall with both ape-like and dog-like features, with pointed ears standing erect. Its hands have shriveled thumb and forefinger on each, and also 3 fully formed fingers. So while driving on a highway, he was able, in the middle of the night, he was able to detail the fingers of this thing.
Yeah.
He went back to the sighting the next evening, hoping to see the creature. He time traveled back to the sighting the next evening to see the creature again, and he did. The creature was making neo-human sounds with a 3-syllable growling. Adam, can you give me a 3-syllable growl?
3-syllable growling?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
3-syllable growl. Available in stores. Years later, his son, who is a Kenosha newspaper editor, wrote that his father's first thought was that it must be something satanic. But we all know, Adam, from previous werewolf news,
Yeah.
that southeastern Wisconsin is Werewolf Central.
Oh, it is.
Adam, read number 3.
Yes. Werewolf creature in Ohio. Between July and October 1972, a number of residents of Ohio allegedly saw a werewolf-like creature. Some people reported encountering a 6 to 8 foot tall creature that a witness described as human with an oversized wolf-like head and an elongated nose. Another said it had huge hairy feet, fangs, and it ran from side to side, like a caveman in the movies.
That was a really... Oh, there's... that's obviously real. I mean, there's so many facts in this one.
Oh, yeah. No, it's very specific.
Hey, it ran like a caveman from the movies.
From
like,
the movies
what?
that I saw with the cave peoples.
What? Oh, my God. I love this, too, because, these are, I mean, what is... What? Okay, Adam, we got to skip that one because there's there's not even a name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not even you can't even track this to a person. God, I want to call some of these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Adam.
Okay.
Figure it out. Adam, I'm going to do the next one.
Okay.
Werewolf attack reported in New Mexico. Fort Gallup, New Mexico. Youths allegedly encountered a werewolf along the side of the road near Whitewater one day in January 1970. One witness reported it was about 5'7", and I was surprised it could go so fast. At first, I thought my friends were playing a joke on me. But when I found out they weren't, I was scared. We rolled up the windows real fast and locked the doors of the cars. I started driving faster, about 60, but it was hard because that highway had a lot of sharp turns. Someone finally got a gun out and shot it. I know it got hit and fell down, but there was no blood. I know it couldn't be a person because people cannot move that fast. So basically these people shot a hobo is what happened. I just want to say this, Adam. I want you to read this over again. Absolutely in no way do they describe any werewolf features.
Yeah.
They literally just say there was a 5'7" creature that was very fast, and they shot it. They didn't. There's no. It had canine features. This is literally and Adam, a werewolf attack. This sounds more like a werewolf ran and we shot it.
Yeah.
I don't see an attack in it, and there's no blood, so they missed.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I suppose. He did say that he drove around, though.
I like how detailed the description of the driving is.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird.
It was hard because the highway had a lot of sharp turns. As they do in New Mexico. With those highways and their sharp turns.
Yeah, there's no real narrative here. It's like, when you're in the car, you're driving 60 down hard, sharp turns, but when did somebody get the gun and shoot it? Did you shoot it from a moving car? What the fuck?
I know. One witness reported it was about 5 foot... One witness!
Yeah.
There are other witnesses. He fell down when he heard a bullet fly over his head and was like, Jesus, I just was practicing my running. Adam?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to head down territory you know too well with number 5.
Okay.
Your Native American heritage.
Yes. Navajo Skinwalker.
Oh my God. Just before you even start. Skinwalker is a fucking awesome name for something.
It is, actually, yeah.
Jesus. I don't like the current walker we have in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But if he was Skinwalker, you'd have to vote for him or else he'd murder you.
Well, yeah,
But, Skinwalker. Here we go, Adam.
Skinwalker is another name for a werewolf that the Navajos... What? Skinwalker is another name for a werewolf that the Navajos of the Southwest. The end.
Period. Okay.
In 1936, in Yale Publications in Anthropology, anthropologist William Morgan recounted an interview with a Navajo identified only as Hahago. Hahago said of Skinwalker, quote, "They go very fast. They can go to Albuquerque in an hour and a half." End quote. A 4-hour trip by automobile, according to Morgan. Wow.
They seem very concerned with travel times.
Yeah.
And driving.
Speeds, yes.
I just... Adam, they go very fast. They can go to Albuquerque in an hour and a half. It takes 4 hours for me to drive there.
Ooh.
Whoa. Spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's
That is
good.
Yeah.
That is a good one. All right, we got a bunch of them coming up.
Yeah,
we got
do.
some good ones.
We gotta keep rolling.
Adam, I want
Yeah.
to talk to you about the red-eyed werewolves of Pennsylvania.
Say what?
In the 70s, in the fall of 1973, Western Pennsylvania played host to dozens of reports of strange ape-like creatures, sometimes seen in associations with UFOs, said to have, in one witness's words, fire red eyes that glow in the darkness. Now, are we talking about aliens or werewolves?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me just say this sentence again, just for clarity's sake.
Yep.
Said to have, in one witness's words, fire red eyes that glow in the darkness. To be 7 to 8 feet tall. That's just period. That's that, Adam. Just think of that. To be 7 to 8 feet tall. You know? Mm-hmm. How great would that be?
How great would that be?
To be 7 and 8 feet tall and gives off a strong, unpleasant odor. Another type of creature, investigator Stan Gordon noted. And Stan Gordon, investigator. That's his card.
Apparently. Yes.
Noted. Was said to be between 5 and 6 feet tall. It was described as looking like an extreme... So, this is like 2 different sightings here.
Yeah.
There's a 7-foot tall, smelly alien, and a extremely muscular man covering with thick dark hair.
Basically
Adam,
Wolverine.
Basically, this was Rick Steiner of the Steiner Brothers, an extremely muscular, hairy 5.5 foot man, a grappler, if you will. Again, in these reports, the arms were very long and hung down past the knees. The creature appeared to have superior agility, exceeding that of a deer.
Damn.
So he saw a deer, and this thing, get on the starting line.
Mm-hmm.
And, gunshot, they both bolt, and it is just faster than that deer.
Damn. It's very fast.
From footprints discovered, the stride of the creatures varies between 52 and 57 inches. But, Adam, I would like to let you know, in these reports, there was no indication of odors.
Oh.
End quote. No start quote on that one, just an end quote.
Great.
For you there. Adam, we got to go. We got another one.
Yep, we do.
We got a picture of Harry Potter being eaten by a wolf. Mm-hmm. What looks to be an anthropomorphic sex wolf because it has like abs.
Possibly. It doesn't have abs.
It has biceps, rippling biceps.
Oh, okay, fine.
Adam,
It's slightly anthropomorphized.
Adam, I want to tell you ask you what day this next one took place on.
October 31st.
Halloween.
1991.
Yeah.
At 8:30 p.m., a woman drove on Bray Road near Delavan, Wisconsin,
Oh shit.
which is approximately 30 miles southeast of Jefferson, site of Shackleman encounter in 1936.
These have to be related. 60 years later.
She felt her right front tire jump off the pavements. If it had hit something.
Wait, how many pavements did it jump off of?
All the pavements, I'm guessing.
All right, multiple pavements.
Yes. The woman stopped her car and looked into the misty darkness and saw a dark, hairy creature with a bulked-out chest racing toward her. Bulked out, John.
Bulked out chest.
Bulked out. This guy had been drinking like lots of protein shakes.
Fair enough.
He's been bulking out. She went back into her car and tried to speed away when the creature leaped onto her trunk. Leapt, I think, is what that should be. The creature eventually fell off from the trunk because the trunk was too wet to have a firm grip. Thank you for explaining that to me.
This is very, it's very detailed. Those are the details, though, that make them more realistic.
Oh, yeah.
At least. Better than, what was the one we had earlier?
I don't fucking know. It's just like...
It had hairy feet, fangs, and ran from side to side like a caveman in the movies.
Yeah, in the movies.
like you see.
Well,
Anyway,
later the woman returned with a friend, and they had a glimpse
had a glimpse.
of a big form rising from the side of the road.
Adam, I just want to.
They're lucky they had a glimpse, because otherwise they'd have been shit out of luck.
I want to just say this again. I just want to say that sentence again because it is just so good.
Yes. Later, the woman returned with a friend, and they had a glimpse of a big form rising from the side of the road.
There was just like a tax 1080E form rising from the side of the road, silhouetted by the moon. Mm-hmm. A big form rising. All right, Adam, we got 8.
All right.
We got a Wisconsin werewolf encounter.
Werewolf.
The rest of these are all Bray Road encounters.
Of course they are.
We all know that Bray Road is where... Adam, I'm going to go to Bray Road.
Yeah?
Or
Have
I
fun.
think it's going to happen.
Okay.
All right. Wisconsin werewolf encounter. This one is also very... We had Wisconsin werewolf attack. This is Wisconsin werewolf encounter. Lorianne Endrizzi had a similar encounter as above in the fall of 1989, 2 years previous. But we'll put it after. Anyway, she was driving on Bray Road, a half-mile away from the above encounter that hasn't happened yet, because it happened 2 years later, where she thought it was a person kneeling in a haunched position.
Oh, wow.
You gotta get...
Oh, my God. That could hardly be a funnier typo.
How many times have you found yourself in a haunched position?
Very rarely.
You get on them haunches at the edge of the road. She slowed down, and to her surprise, the figure stared at her no more than 6 feet across the passenger side of the car. What? The figure stared at her no more than 6 feet across the passenger side of the car. So there's just 6 feet between her face and the window of the car? Like, okay, the figure was covered with grayish-brown hair, big fangs, and pointed ears. His face was long and had a snout like a wolf, she told reporters. Scarlett Sankey, your next Stan Lee-created hero. The figure's eyes glowed in the darkness, and they were strange, jointed like a man or woman would be. No, that's inclusive, Adam, right there. Mm-hmm. She's not just saying a man. She's saying a man or a woman could be.
That's right.
He was holding his hands with his palms upward. I'm imagining the end of Platoon when Willem Dafoe falls onto his knees, hands in the air, music playing. The arms were muscular, like a man who had worked out a little bit. She's seen more.
He's not super buff, you know. He worked out a little bit.
Well, Adam, he's clearly not buffed out.
No,
he does
bulked
not have
out.
A
He's
bulked
not bulked out.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bulked out chest. The backed legs.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
This is fucking terrible.
Adam, would you like to know where the backed legs were?
God, I hope not in the front.
Ooh, the backed legs looked like they were behind him.
Oh, did they? Awesome.
Like a person kneeling. So he was kneeling with his arms up. The sighting lasted about 45 seconds, and she had no idea what the creature would have been until she saw an illustration at the library of a werewolf. So this is someone who hadn't seen a werewolf before, but it's after she'd seen a picture of a werewolf, she was like, oh my god, that's what I saw. This one, to be fair, Adam,
Yeah.
is probably the most realistic sounding one of all of them. Because nothing crazy happens. She just saw a weird thing. And then later, she was like, oh, that's a werewolf that I saw. I'm not saying she saw a werewolf. I'm just saying at least this one doesn't sound as cooked up. Probably saw, like, an actual wolf. And her mind filled in the blanks in the darkness. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the final one, Adam.
Okay.
This one gets real specific about dog sizes.
Yes.
So
Werewolf
get in.
sighting.
Get in there.
Around that same time as above, in Elkhorn, near Delavan, a dairy farmer named Scott Bray saw a, quote, strange-looking dog, unquote,
Along his road.
along his pasture on Bray Road. It was bigger and taller than a German Shepherd, It had pointy ears and a hairy tail with long, scraggly, grayish-black hair. It is, quote, built heavy in front, a real strong chest, unquote. In the soft soil nearby, he found enormous footprints, which is 4 to 5 inches in diameter.
This is like literally just describing a wolf.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it's like exactly a wolf. Mm-hmm. All right, Adam. Notes. Some medically educated theorists have suggested that sightings of werewolves were of individuals afflicted with a rare genetic disease called porphyria.
Porphyria.
Is that a real thing?
First sunlight burns you, yes.
Really?
Yeah. That's what the vampires had, like you had in Oblivion.
Okay.
You became a vampire, you became like porphyric, and sunlight hurt you. Yeah.
Porphyria sufferers, I'm assuming he's trying to say, experience tissue destruction in the face and fingers, skin lesions, and severe photosensitivity. Their facial skin may have a brown pigmentation, and they may have personality disorders. The aversion to light plus the physical disfigurement may leads the victim to wonder only at night. To wonder only at night.
Wander, I think, yeah.
No, I just imagine everyone that's got porphyria just wonders. Only at night. During the day, no wondering, only doing. Anyway, I like it. Adam, that's werewolf news. We really pushed out that werewolf news.
We did.
We got a big. Adam, let's move
on.
On.
It was time for some werewolf news.
It was time. We had it backed up. You know what I mean? That was like, we had the werewolf news shoot, with news coming down. And Adam, it's my fault. I wasn't watching the shoot. It was my responsibility, but you were like, hey, the werewolf news shoot's clogged up. Get the broom. And I shoved the broom up in there, and 9 werewolf sightings tumbled out. Poorly written, because they've been clogged up there so long.
The best kind.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You got it. When you have like Bigfoot alien sightings, it's got to be poorly written, or else it's not realistic.
Absolutely.
Adam Ham.
Yes.
Let's talk about your greatest childhood fears. So did you? Because it's. I was going to say it was Christmas. It's scary Christmas. It's Christmas for demons.
Yes, Demon Christmas.
Demon Christmas, as I like to call Halloween.
Demon. Yep.
Were you doing what I thought you were doing?
Yes, I think I was.
You're referencing a song that we sung together.
Yes.
While watching a season, not even the whole show, just one season of Supernatural.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. My childhood story. Adam, I will start it off.
All right.
Because when I was looking this up before we started, I was like, what the hell am I talking about? And I totally remember now. My parents had like a subscription to HBO or something, I don't know, when I was younger. So they would tape movies off HBO, and I believe they taped the movie Aliens 2. I believe this one was, or maybe the first Alien. I don't remember. But I remember like my dad being like, hey, you want to come watch this movie? And Adam, I'll just say I'm afraid of aliens because of this.
Yeah.
Because I was probably like under the age of 10 when I saw this movie or parts of the movie and then ran away. It was horrible. Yeah. Adam?
I bet.
It was just that visceral, like, you know what I mean? You've had that, right? When you were too little to see something scary and it really stuck with you?
I don't know if it's been like
I think
that
we talk
crazy, but
yeah,
I've had a couple of things where I've gotten freaked out a bit. Yeah,
I mean, I used to be really scared of like UFOs and stuff. Like, and this has always been aliens were what freaked me out when I was a kid the most. Like, because I'd always like just heard, and we had like we kind of lived out in the middle of nowhere in the woods, you know, where alien sightings always happen.
Yeah,
middle of nowhere, out in the woods, and we had like our little room. My brother and I shared had a window, like facing out over the driveway on the second floor, like a big window. So you could kind of see the tree line, a little bit of the sky. And I was always like, would have like nightmares, would be scared of like a light coming in through the window and a UFO being parked out in the driveway and them like taking me away. It was legitimate, man.
Yeah, it
Like,
sounds pretty.
and seeing the movie
intense.
Aliens at a young age, I think, is what sparked that. Not to mention, like Independence Day, I saw. That came out in '96. I was 10, I think. But I really wanted to see that because I really wanted to, watch somebody kill a bunch of aliens. Basically,
Right.
Will Smith killed them for me, and I remember having a couple particularly terrifying moments.
Oh, that fucking room where they're trying to like.
Yep, the part where Data gets like
Yes.
choked to death.
Brent Spiner gets fucking his
Weird
throat.
skullet Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
So I think he had like a skullet, didn't he? He had really
He did, I
long
think.
hair, but he was kind of balding.
Yeah.
Yeah, skullet Spiner.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and so that like terrified me, and I remember that like specific visceral memory of
Oh yeah.
like just seeing that play out in my childhood mind of like, this is how I'm going to die. I'm going to be taken away in the night and have like something put in me that's like a metal object and I won't know what it is, and I don't know. Anyway, Adam, what about you? What scared you as a kid?
Well,
Were you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the dark?
I'm not now. I had a little bit of darkness fear, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, same
My
here.
biggest fears, probably as a kid, were of spiders and heights. Actually.
Heights.
Yeah.
You didn't have any like boogeyman or anything you were scared of?
Not really.
Man.
You
You were just a little adult.
pretty much.
Scared of the things adults are scared of.
I watched Terminator 2 pretty early on.
Oh, me too. There's that moment when the guy is drinking the milk carton and the T-1000 stabs him in like the neck through the milk.
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
terrified me.
That was super creepy. Yeah.
It was very like gross and like
And almost worse than that too is I think it's towards the end where he's trying to like get John Connor's location out of what's-her-face. And he has that or the T-1000 has like the long finger spike that he's like pushing into her shoulder, and I'm like, ah! Yeah,
and then you drank part of the T-1000.
yeah.
You remember that? Do you remember that story when we talked about the worst thing you ever tasted?
Oh yeah, it did. It tasted like T-1000. Shit. It was
Thank you,
so
Adam.
metallic. Yeah,
It tasted like the T-1000.
yeah.
Yeah, we've told that story. Adam drank one of those cups that you put in the
Freezy
freezer,
cup,
and
yeah.
that would like had like material in the outside that would like freeze.
Stay
But-
frozen.
Yeah, and stay frozen for a long time, so you could have a nice icy mug. But it apparently cracked into
Oh.
the inside of the cup.
Did
So Adam drank the proto-liquid
yes.
that was metallic.
Had the worst taste ever.
Uh,
I mean, that shit
ugh.
had to be poison. Like,
Yeah,
just-
your
just plain
probably
poison.
life was shortened because of this.
I'm sure it was. Damn.
Anyway,
But yeah.
so that's
I had like I remember. I'm not super scared of spiders now. I even think they look kind of cool a lot of times, but they are kind of freaky still. But I remember very vividly, like, what it must be a dream from my childhood, where I was like, I think I was still like spending the night at my grandparents', and I think I was like still in a what's the word for it? It's like it's not like a cradle, but it like one of those things. What do they call
yeah.
them?
Cradle to the Grave,
Yeah.
starring
No,
DMX.
It was,
Sorry,
it was like a baby bed type thing.
like
but
a
it was-
bassinet? Is that the
No,
word?
it was bigger than that though. I mean, it was almost like big enough to be like a small little playpen type thing. It was just like a thing that you.
I think I had one of those too. I remember.
Yeah,
having-
I guess they're probably not really in fashion anymore.
I had vivid
guess.
memories of like my brother having that and me like wanting to jump in and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hang out with him in there and like
Right.
even though I was like 5 and he was 3.
It's almost like a little playpen, but also like naps. You like swing down the you can slide down the front of it, to open it up, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. I apparently it's either a memory or dream I had where I was like in that because I must have been super young, and I was like sleeping in my grandparents' bedroom and they were asleep. They had like a night light that had like an orangish kind of light. I just remember like seeing it looked like something crawled out from behind the bed in that light, like it was a big fucking spider, like a huge fucking spider. And then I don't know. I don't know if it's a memory or it was a dream or something. But ever since then, I just got super like creeped out by spiders. I'm pretty much fine now, but for a long time I hated spiders.
I just got another one.
And heights are just always kind of the vertigo gets me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got another one that I remember from when I was a kid that scared the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever watch the movie Ernest Scared Stupid?
I did. Yes.
The fucking monsters in that were terrifying.
I didn't think they were that bad.
They
I saw
were
them
like
in the movie theater.
gross troll monsters.
They are, yeah. They're troll
But they
monsters.
looked so grody, and they turn the kids into like wood.
Yeah.
And turn you into a statue of wood.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, Adam. When you saw that movie in theaters,
Yes.
you were 7, I guess,
Maybe.
because it's 91 when it came out.
Okay.
Adam, would you describe it as Daily Variety would call it in the most like simple way to describe a movie ever? Wacky? Quote.
Yeah, I'd say it's wacky. I mean, if nothing else, those Ernest movies were wacky.
Would you agree with the Cincinnati Enquirer that the movie was, quote, a slapsticky blast?
Sure.
Which is also the name of a gay porno.
Yeah. I'd actually say, like, those Ernest movies, as far as they went, like,
I loved them.
the Scared Stupid one was one of the better ones. As was Ernest Goes to Jail. That was also good.
Yeah, there was cross-dressing in that one.
Though I wasn't a huge fan of the camp one, or...
Yeah, you know, I loved
Christmassy
these
one.
movies when I was a kid, but, you know,
Yeah.
I was 6 when that one came out. When did
Right.
Ernest Go to Jail come out? Like, that was...
that was before that even, I think. Like, a couple
Really?
years. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't think I even watched these
I
originally
might
when
have
they
seen
came
that one in the
out.
theater, too, actually.
That was 1990, yeah.
Yeah. I might have seen that one, too.
Adam, nobody really cares about Ernest. Let's
No.
look at the reception
Rest in peace,
section of the Ernest Goes to Jail Wikipedia. The movie gained a negative reception. That's it. Just the sentence of
Did
that.
it?
Yep.
I like that one because that's the one where you, like, gets in the electric chair and zaps the shit out of everybody. I just thought it'd be worth it, man, to have fucking awesome electrical powers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Also-
that part. That
I
was
also
pretty
watched
crazy.
Hocus Pocus in the theater, I think.
Okay. That's another Disney movie.
So, yeah,
I don't think I saw that one in the theater.
I did.
But, you know, Hocus
With
Pocus...
my grandma, who was not super impressed because
She was a
religious
real
at the time.
big fan of Bette Midler.
Yeah.
And Sarah Jessica Parker. I forgot. She was another one of the witches.
Yeah, she was.
Shit.
And the other one.
And that other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy Najimy.
Yep, her.
She's actually been in a ton of stuff.
She's a side character person, yeah.
Yeah, she's actually like... I'm trying to think here. She's pretty pivotal. She's Peggy Hill from King of the Hill.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was about to say. I think
realize
she's
that.
done some pretty famous shit, especially with voice acting. Yeah, she was also in whatchamacallit? In WALL-E as well
Oh, okay.
as Mary. The I think that's the like ship computer AI.
Oh,
female
okay.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's in a bunch of stuff. Oh, Thora Birch is in this. God damn. Hocus Pocus got the cast.
It does. It's a good
It's
movie.
actually a lot of people in this, huh?
Yeah. That's
Well,
pretty
that's it though. Actually, now that I'm looking further down, it's those three and Thora Birch. Whoever the hell the main male character was.
Yeah.
Was not. I remember I liked that movie as a kid because I believe a cat is run over
Yes,
and then it comes back to life though.
it does.
So I was like, oh, I hope my cat's like that. I don't
Yeah.
want it to get run over. Adam, you want to talk about other '90s horror movies?
I couldn't understand why the kid who like was turned into a cat and made immortal wanted to ever be like released from his curse, because that sounds pretty
Yeah.
awesome, actually. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd spend eternity as a cat.
I
Sounds
know,
pretty
right?
awesome. Yeah.
That's especially like an immortal cat.
And one that can fucking talk.
I know. It's like you have everything.
Exactly. You're like Salem, except presumably cooler.
Adam, what about
Yes.
the classic Bill Pullman, Christina Ricci, Casper? 1995 Casper movie.
Yeah.
Oh, No good?
Actually, I think it's a pretty decent movie. I don't know.
Well,
It's not scary. It's a
did well.
comedy. Yeah.
It I think cost $50 million to make and it grossed over $100 million. So
That's probably the least scary movie ever.
It's not even supposed to be scary.
No,
though.
it's not supposed to.
But it has ghosts in it.
Right.
You know.
Actually, I remember. I think the scariest part of that was when
Ghosts be spooking.
what's her face became a ghost.
Like Christina Ricci?
No. The evil lady. I can't remember her name now.
I don't remember any details from Casper.
She was actually she might have been the lady from the goddamn what's his name? Blazing Saddles, Dracula Dead Loving It, Mel Gibson, not fucking Gibson.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Yes, thank you. My God.
Wait, Mel Brooks was in Casper?
No, but the woman that he had in a lot of his stuff, I can't think of her name now. She was in
I don't think you're thinking of the right person here.
What's her name?
Well, the actress in this movie that I think you're thinking of is Kathy Moriarty.
No.
But the person you're thinking of is
Yeah, I was thinking of somebody else.
Yes, you were. Oh God,
Why can't I remember her name? I don't know.
I can't.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of anything right now. Let me just look up Mel Brooks, because let's just do this. Because I can't even think of a movie name.
I can't even think of a character name of hers.
This is just ridiculous.
I can't remember what.
We'll go to Blazing Saddles because.
Yeah.
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn.
It took way too long for me to come up with.
I know, right? Jeez.
She is dead.
Yeah, I know.
She died sadly.
I thought it was Madeline Kahn, but yeah, I guess it wasn't. It was the other person. But.
And because she was a Russian Jew, guess how she died?
How?
Ovarian cancer.
Oh.
Adam, I'm going to say this is a public service announcement. If you have history of a family and your descent is from the Russian Jews, the Ashkenazi Jews, you need to have a hysterectomy or have your ovaries checked immediately, because ovarian cancer is like super common after the age of like 50 in women of that descent. So, that is something you got to be real careful. I mean, that's like, remember when Angelina Jolie had a preventative double mastectomy. Because her genetic traits were like, hey, you got a more than 50% chance that you're going to get breast cancer.
Yeah.
So just take care of it ahead of time,
Yeah.
Just be careful because we lost, a real gem, an amazing comedic actress in her.
Yeah.
And it's just sad, and it didn't need to happen. But we know these things now with genetic testing and whatnot. Things are a lot more ahead of time. But anyway, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to get down on that, but I did want to.
No, that's fine.
Just I did public service mode. Your friends, loved ones, make sure you know things like that, because I don't know. I'm sure your doctor probably is on top of it, but if they don't know your particular lineage of your family, take care of that. Anyway, anything else, Ham?
No, I was just saying that was the scariest part of that movie is when she dies and comes back as a fucking murderous ghost.
Yeah. There's a part where it gets okay, we got to get a little creepy. We got ghosts in here. Yeah. Let's get a little murdery. But yeah, Christina Ricci locking down the 90s comedy horror movies.
Yeah.
With the Addams Families and Casper. Was she in anything else? I mean, was she just on a roll?
No, I don't think so. I think that was pretty much it.
That was it. Adam's got it. He knows.
Because it was somebody else in Beetlejuice.
I almost wanted to say it was her. She was also in Sleepy Hollow in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Shit. The 90s for Christina Ricci, and look at her, I understand it. She does have a kind of gothy look a little bit by default.
Yeah.
So
Winona Ryder was the Beetlejuice.
That's it, Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
She was, of course, the classic Patty in That Darn Cat, 1997 release. No, but she was Addams Family Values, Addams Family, The Cemetery Club, Apparently, I've never heard of that, but it was in between the two Addams Family movies. Let's see what that is. That does not look like a horror movie. Adam, you want to feel old? You want to feel like young for a second?
Sure.
I'm going to throw you a bunch of names, and you're not going to know like any of these names, and it's good. But they're like famous people names from the 90s.
Okay.
It's like one of those references that's like old. You got your classics. Olympia Dukakis. Ellen Burstyn. Diane Ladd. Danny Aiello. Like, these were famous people, Adam.
Yeah.
But nobody knows them. And apparently Christina Ricci played a young child in it, because that's how old it is. All right, Adam, we got to move on. We got one last thing to get to here.
We do.
I tanted it heavily.
You tanted it heavily, and I'm excited. I want to get through this.
Oh, it's long. I don't know if we're going to get through the whole thing.
Okay.
We may have to save it for the post-Halloween episode. The conclusion.
The thrilling conclusion.
I'm gonna let me see. 1, 2, double-sided too. I knew the environment needed to be saved, so I didn't single page this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages.
Damn. And there's no copy of this, right? I can't read along or
No, this is a physical, handwritten, stapled together like a book that I made copy that passed around with friends. And I'm going to say that I'm going to bleep the names out. I'm not going to say last names that are in here, because these were people I went to school with. I want to say it was very progressive, and the main character was a female character.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It was a girl I probably had a crush on. Knowing her name, it definitely is the truth. But I wrote this. But, a female main character is actually kind of the norm when it comes to slasher genre.
Yeah.
You got your Ripleys and your... You believe that or not. Alien... I'm trying to think of other ones. Like, boy, were any of those Friday the 13th?
Well, I was going to say
those are more ensemble casts.
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween, yeah. What's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Shit. Yeah, so there's a lot of, famous females. Let's move on. Hi. I'm Aaron Blank. You won't believe... I don't even have a title for this, Adam. We'll come up with one.
All right.
You and me.
Sure.
Excuse me. Swig of Diet Dr. Pepper for the working man. What happened to me last summer? This starts off as a penthouse letter.
That's funny.
I know. And feel free to stop me at any moment.
Okay.
It all started at the end of school. Immediately into dialogue. No spacing. All right. No school for the summer. First bit of dialogue there. Letting you know that at the end of school, there is no more school.
Exactly.
Hey, Matt. What are you doing this summer? Hi, Aaron. Everyone has to, greet each other.
Yeah.
My folks are making me go to Camp Thunderhawk. Really? So am I. Thank the camp gods. Oh, man. I'm in it. Smash cut 2 with no break or anything. The bus picked us up at 5 o'clock. There were some kids already in the bus. Alana, who's not a real person. Eric, spelled with a K, who's not a real person. Jeff, who's a friend of mine. Lindsay, also a real person who's a friend of mine. And Luke, also a real person who's a friend of mine. So I threw some fake names in there to throw you off. Luke, one of the camp counselors. We became friends fast. On the bus, apparently. We got to camp at 7 o'clock. A 2-hour bus ride. Because I had said it was 5 when they were picked up. Bye, Matt. See you tomorrow, I said. Alana, Lindsay, and I walked to our cabin. Let's get our cabin set up, said Alana. I get top bunk, said Lindsay. No, I get the top bunk. And then in italics, her last name, but this is a real person, so I'm not going to say the last name. Let's see, let me think of the last name. No, I get the top bunk, Jones, I said. Aaron, I get the top bunk, said Lindsay. I get it, I said. This is riveting dialogue. And this is where I stopped reading it because I was like, oh, this is good. Fine. You have it, said Lindsay. Okay, I said. All right, we're almost through a first page here. I went up on the top bunk, and it felt wet. I looked at my hands, and they were red. It was blood. Ah! I screamed. What is it? Said Alana. This is all in cursive, by the way, so if I have a hard time reading it, it's because, for some reason, and I know that I think they stopped this, right? They don't teach children the demon that is cursive, right?
Some places still do. I think it's kind of a debated topic right now, but I think a lot of them are stopping teaching it.
It's an awful thing to teach.
There's not much reason for it other than to sign your name.
That's it, though. Like, if you know how to sign your name, that's all you need to know.
That's all you really need to know.
Because cursive is something you should never write in.
Yeah.
What is it? Said Alana. It's blood, I said. Look at the walls, said Lindsay. A lot of saids in here. You know, I didn't really... You know, I was 11 or 12. I can't remember. I think this was the 7th grade. All over the walls, there was blood. Organs. It looked like a chainsaw had cut the wall. I was going to puke. I ran to the bathroom. Oh my God, I said, and I ran out of the bathroom. Exclamation point. What happened? Said Lindsay. There were severed body parts. Let's go tell the counselor, said Alana. They're having a meeting in the lodge, said Lindsay. P.S. I threw up. We left the old creepy cabin and started down the road. We heard a growling noise, followed by a bush crashing. Wait, is that what? Followed by bushes crashing. I thought George W. had crashed in on the party. Well, let's see here. We thought it was a coyote. This is creepy, I said. The understatement of this book. Rrr, rrr, rrr. We heard a truck coming. I actually wrote in truck sounds. We heard a truck coming down the road. Exclamation point. Everything is exciting. It was coming up fast behind us. We stepped off the road. Then the truck swerved off the road, too. It's following us, said Lindsay. Run, I screamed. The truck sped up. In seconds, it was on our heels. I just wrote I, but I'm sure that's in seconds. Go in the woods, I said. Right, the truck can't follow us there, replied Lindsay. Ha ha ha, said the man in the truck. The man in the truck jumped out and grabbed us.
What?
Immediately.
Damn.
He tied us up and put us in the truck. Also in the truck were Matt and Jeff.
Oh, wow.
You know? We're all together again.
Yeah.
Where's Eric? With no question mark, said Alana. Look up, said Jeff. Eric, comma, or what was left of him, comma, excellent writing here, was hanging on the metal grate in the truck. It looked as if he was ran over, and his arms and a leg were axed off. Ah! I screamed. I have a very vivid horror imagination for an 11-year-old. Shut up back there, yelled the man. Matt got out his pocket knife and cut the ropes. We all jumped out! Exclamation point. He heard us. An axe landed on a tree inches above my head. The man didn't follow us! Exclamation point. I really liked exclamation points, I guess, when I was writing. Let's see here. There were... Yeah, I'm going to say this. I don't have very many misspellings here. This dialogue, because there were scratch marks all over... I used the correct one. The trees in the woods. Carcasses of deer, rabbits, coyotes, and even dogs littered the forest. Suddenly, a huge roar ripped through the woods. Alana tripped, but we kept running. Alana started screaming. We left her behind.
Wow.
I mean, Jesus.
Damn.
Alana Lindsay called back. Alana called Lindsay. We ran back. Alana was gone. So actually they went back, but we didn't stop immediately. Well, oh wait, this is amazing. Man, I like this. This is good. Sorry. We ran back. Elena was gone, comma, well, part of her was gone. Her bloody head was all that remained. We need weapons, said Matt. We went back to the road. Jeff took the axe. I grabbed a shovel. Matt had his knife, a pocket knife, by the way. And Alana took a nail gun, just hanging out by the road in the woods.
Nice.
I think I just wanted a nail gun, which I believe comes into play later in the book. Abruptly, we heard a scream and a chainsaw. It was 12 o'clock, and it was a full moon.
Whoa.
We went to the boys' cabin and got flashlights there. Their room was also splattered with blood. On the wall, "I'm back" was written. In the wall, in blood. Okay. What does that mean? I said. I think it means that I am back.
Yeah.
When I was little, a man... Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Matt. This is Matt's fault. When I was little, a man with a chainsaw killed my dad. Now he's after me, said Matt. Holy crap, I said. I said that in my best strong bad impression, because, why didn't you tell us before, said Lindsay. We have to go, said Matt. We left, but we stayed on the road. We heard a truck, and we ran. He got to us. Jeff threw his axe, and it hit the truck. The truck stopped, and the man got out. He was like, "What you doing with the axe? Throwing in my truck." No. The man got out. He had another axe. This guy is like a regular lumberjack. He got chainsaws and axes. Lindsay shot him right between the eyes with the nail gun. Lindsay, crack shot with the nail gun. Adam, you want to know what Jeff said?
What'd he say?
Nice shot, said Jeff. We finally got to the mess hall. I'm hungry, said Matt. This is amazing. I love how there's no breaks, no it's all literally dialogue and action. There's no descriptions or anything of anything happening. Me too, said Jeff. We went in the mess hall and found some granola bars. Suddenly, the door opened and shut. It was an old janitor carrying a chainsaw. What should we do? Said Lindsay. Fight, said Matt. When the kitchen door opened, it was the old man with the axe. Oh, I thought he had a chainsaw. Oh, whatever. Oh, no, it was a different it was the old man with the axe. Oh, crap, I said. I like how I don't swear, but there's like horrible violence in this.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, I said. It's the man with the axe. We have to run, said Matt. Oh, this is so good. This is some classic Home Alone shit coming up here.
Yeah.
Get some applesauce and open it on the floor near the stairs, said Jeff. We went up the stairs. The janitor slipped on the applesauce. The Axeman started up the stairs. Oh, that's it, Adam. We've got a chainsaw guy and an axe guy.
Okay.
2 guys.
Damn.
The Axeman started up the stairs. We prepared to fight. He had 2 axes.
What?
Let's run, said Matt. I thought we were preparing to fight. We ran out of the window. I guess 2 axes was too much.
I see.
Oof. Oh, we're going to get through this. We landed on the cold, hard ground. We finally got to the ledge. The lodge, sorry. All the counselors were dead, and they were chainsawed or axed, but some were on fire.
My God.
All right, Adam. Let's regain where we were.
Okay.
Oof. We landed on the cold, hard ground. We finally got to the lodge. All the counselors were dead. They were chainsawed or axed, but some were on fire. I had erased the word still.
Yeah.
Some were on fire.
Some were on fire.
That's right. We looked around. Yep. More nail guns. We all had nail guns.
Yeah.
Look at this map, I said. The bus is across the lake. We can get a boat from the boathouse. Ah! Screamed Lindsay. It's the man with the chainsaw. Help, he's got me, said Jeff. We shot the main with our nail gun. Oh, main? What the hell? We shot the man with our nail guns about 9 times. It was too late. The killer already lopped off Jeff's head. We kept shooting him. Finally, Matt tackled him, and we shot him 30 more times. Then we ran. Ah! It's the monster, I screamed. It chased us to the boathouse. We heard it scream. We heard it scream and a strange hacking noise. An axe came through the door, and the man with the axe came busting through. He swung at me and missed. Then he swung at Lindsay and missed. 2 whiffs. He hit one of the motorboat's engines. His axe was stuck. It's gonna blow, said Matt. We took another motorboat and got out of the boathouse. A humongous explosion was behind us. Okay, and I love how we skip ahead here. All of a sudden, bubbles started coming up near our boat. Mm-hmm. Our engine broke down. Ah, crap, said Lindsay. Then, all of a sudden, a boat flipped over. Matt and I got back on the boat. I'll swim to shore, said Lindsay. Let's flip over the boat and start rowing, said Matt. We started rowing and caught up to Lindsay. There's something in the water, I said. It's probably just a big fish, said Lindsay. Something's caught on my leg. It's taking me under. Lindsay, I yelled. It was too late. She was under. Some blood started billowing up from underwater. We made it to the shore. It was about 4 a.m. We got to the bus. There were no keys. Darn, I said. Look under the seat, said Matt. There were no keys. We looked. All right. I looked under the seat. Sure enough, there were keys. I'm bad at looking first before saying darn. We got started and left the camp. There's a car following us, said Matt. It's the man with the axe. But he exploded at the... I can't even read that word. Thank you, cursive. But he exploded at the... Oh, but he exploded at the boathouse, I said. He should be dead. He's climbing on top of his car, said Matt. Who's driving then, I asked. What the hell? It's the chainsaw guy, said Matt. Matt opened the back door and shot his... Oh, Matt, open the back door and shoot his tires, I said. Matt opened the back door and threw a broom. He missed. That's not shooting his tires. What are you doing, Matt? He threw a broom. He missed. He grabbed his nail gun and he shot the front tires. The Axeman jumped and grabbed the bus door. Matt took his nail gun, I'm missing a word here, and shot the Axeman. The Axeman fell and was ran over by the car. The chainsaw guy drove up behind us and jumped on the bus, even though he was in the car seat, apparently.
Damn.
Him and the chainsaw... Matt shot him, and the chainsaw... and then the chainsaw guy took his chainsaw and cut a hole in the bus. He jumped in and almost killed Matt. Matt kept shooting him. The chainsaw guy wouldn't die. Matt knocked the chainsaw guy out the back of the bus. Matt grabbed the door and closed it. We got home about 7 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
Matt, okay. I could sleep for a week.
Oh, very good.
Me too, said Matt. Everything returned to normal. About 6 months later,
Ooh.
I called Matt on the phone. Excuse me?
Epilogue, huh?
Yeah, epilogue. Eponine. I called Matt on the phone. Hi, Matt. Can you believe the assignment Mrs. Fingeldorf gave us? I don't think that's a real name.
Oh, my God.
Mrs. Fingeldorf.
That can't
I
be.
know, jeez. Hold on. Someone's at the door. I heard the sound of a chainsaw. Then Matt yelled, "Help me! Ah!" Someone picked up the phone. I'm back. Ha 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 ha. The end.
Damn.
That's the fucking epic conclusion to the book that I wrote
Incredible.
when I was 11. I would like to say that there is a sequel to this
Oh, man.
that I did not. I don't have a copy of it. It's not in the same folder. I mean, maybe in my parents' house somewhere I've got it. I wish.
That'd be interesting.
Fucking great. Do you have anything you saved like that when you were a kid?
I did have one. It was like a police story, I think.
Police story.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic police story. Yeah. I'm really glad I saved that because that's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
That I wrote that, one, and two, that it's kind of fun in its own dumb way.
Yeah.
I love it. Adam, thoughts?
No, that was amazing. I'm glad you could share that with me.
I'm glad I still had it.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's my childhood horror story. It was a lot of stuff. Clearly I hadn't action to another. But I think for 11 it was at least vivid.
Yeah. Definitely.
There were a lot of bodies on fire or chainsawed.
Yeah.
And a lot of shooting people with nail guns.
A lot of action. A lot of nail gun shots.
I just want to say a lot of shooting with nail guns.
Definitely.
I guess I really, really wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I think I remember writing that and being like, this would look so cool.
Yeah.
And so I wrote it a lot.
Yeah.
Whether or not it would actually look cool, who knows? But anyway,
never know.
Yeah. So that is the Adam. What do we want to call this?
Oh, the name of the
The name of this horror movie.
Some Were Still on Fire.
Thank you for the episode title and the title of my story. Some Were Still on Fire. I even wrote. I got rid of the still, but
Yeah.
we're gonna keep that in there. I had erased that, but we're gonna keep it because Adam
right.
insists.
I do.
Adam, you're a fucking bitch for not having anything as badass as this saved when you were a kid.
I will have to check out the police story if I can figure out what happened to it. But yeah.
Yeah, you got to find it.
Yeah. No, I don't have any horror stories. That's for sure.
No American Horror Stories for you?
Not that I wrote at a young age.
Oh wow, you're missing out. Childhood could have benefited from self-written horror tales.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah, Adam. Well, I don't think we got anything else. I mean, that's
it.
pretty much the end.
Yeah.
A man picks up the phone, says, "I'm back." Ha 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 ha. The end.
The end.
That's how you end a fucking book.
Yep.
I had read a lot of Goosebumps, Adam.
Yeah.
So, I was way into those as a kid. So
That was
you can
apparent.
tell. Very apparent. And the plot twists that happen constantly throughout the book and the action, heavy action. Yeah. I had a ton of Goosebumps books too. They're fucking great. Did you read those when you were a child?
I read a bunch of Goosebumps, yeah.
How to Kill a Monster, I got right here.
Beast from the East, sure.
Adam, you want to know how to kill a monster?
How?
Step 1, run. Guess what step 2 is?
Run faster?
Run faster. You got it.
Nice.
You know how to kill a monster.
Oh, I do.
And if people want to know how to kill a monster, where can they find us?
BornInThe80s.net.
That's right, borninthe80s.net, or you can go to Facebook, like us, Born in the 80s Podcast is the Facebook page.
Yep.
And you can keep up to date with all of our posts. Enjoy that effing shit,
Yeah.
my friends. And we will catch you next week, hopefully for another one of the... hopefully we will catch you next week.
Yeah.
Some more shit.
I'd say so.
What's going on there?
Not much.
All right. My cat's
Yeah.
on the banister,
I see.
staring.
I see.
He likes to walk the line. All right. Well, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Adam, what's your final word?
The bird.
The bird.
Yes.
That's what you'll say when you're axe murdered by the chainsaw guy or the axe guy with 2 axes.
That's it.
The villain of the cinch. All right. Good night.
Night.
Ready for this shit?
I am ready for this shit.
You're ready, willing, and Gable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that reference because you
Clark
gave
Gable.
up. No. Chad Gable, the wrestler. And you gave up, so you don't know who he is, so you don't deserve to know.
Okay.
You're a quitter. Yeah, you got me. That's me.
Yeah.
All right. Not even gonna fight it. Bite.
No.
190. Writing the notes down. Adam, do you have stuff?
I have some stuff.
Have you contemplated my things?
My things I'm scared of? Things I
Yeah.
was scared of?
Yeah.
A couple.
Like particularly like childhood stuff.
Yeah.
Like a rash. All right, we'll get into it. I got that. We got my thing. I got werewolf news. There's another cult. That's it, really. Why is this not automatically hyperlink? Ugh. Shut up. Sorry, Google was just like, install our app. It's like I have it installed. Okay, let me just close tabs I don't need. And let's get a flowing.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
You're fucking amped up?
Let's get this shit done.
How is your meeting?
Okay.
All right.
It was good to see Joe. I was just kind of awkward and weird because, for various reasons. For one thing, we went to the Western, and it was fucking packed and loud, and like the
Aw.
fucking Cubs game was on. And it
Oh,
took-
yeah, because you're
Yeah.
in fucking Illinois.
Right. And there was just
Oh, the Cubs are getting absolutely butt-fucked right
yes, it was loud. It took forever. Food was great, but
now.
yeah, we were there for like an hour and a half. It was bad.
Sorry to hear that.
And it was good seeing Joe again, talk with him a bit. But he also
Yeah.
had like 2 other guys who I had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
So there were like
he's-
lulls in the conversation where everybody was just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, he's kind of
staring or-
piggybacking on a ride.
Yeah.
All right, but we should get going. We got a lot to go through. You're right.
Yep.
Sorry to cut you off, but
That's all right.
I know you want to get in and out
I do.
like a ninja,
I do.
because I'm sure you got plenty of things to do.
I do. Well, I got a few.
You got a thing
I got a thing.
or two.
Thing or two.
I can tell you a thing or two. About a thing or two. All right, let us start.
Okay.
Welcome, Adam. You opened your mouth.
Why?
What? Oh, fucking goddamn it. It's like when the door is locked in the car and I keep unlocking it. All right, I'm gonna start now. So
Okay.
be ready. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 190. I'm your spooky host, John Rowe. I forgot to say my name.
That's terrible.
That's how terrified I was. I
Yeah.
forgot my own name. Adam
Yes.
is my co-host.
Adam Ham.
That's... God damn it. I fucked that up every single way that's possible.
Yeah, definitely.
That's alright. Take 2.
All right.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.